Thanks for tuning in to the KRVN Sports Podcast page, your home for all of the local broadcasts produced by KRVN Sports. This page and the playback is brought to you by Hoegemeyer Hybrids, raising the bar on yield performance. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen. The spring season is just about set to close for the UNK volleyball program. The Lopers will host their Legends tournament this weekend. And head coach Rick Squiers, all in all, feels it's been a productive offseason.
Generally, it's been pretty good. Maybe slipped a little the last week. We were kind of on pace for an A. I think it's probably time to hit the end. I mean, with the rules now, it's even though you're limited the first half, it still feels like you've been at it since February. And I'm sure that most coaches would tell you at this point in time, it's about time to be done with spring. So we were really tracking nicely, and I think maybe just the last 5 to 7 days in particular, we've had a hard time kind of sustaining that. So hopefully we can hang on here to the finish line on Saturday and do something positive and stay healthy. But up to that point, it's been really good.
There's some areas where you feel you've really seen some growth from some kids?
Yeah, I mean, I always think that your freshman class, this is their opportunity to go through some growth because they get here in the fall, and if they're not ready, they kind of get shoved to the back burner a little bit in practice, and now they get a chance to develop. They can play through mistakes. And so we've seen some of that. We've seen Bryn Stoll kind of step into, playing on the right side and become a primary point scorer. Even somebody like Carly Purdy, who's not a freshman, has, been into the mix now as a starter. Sid Davis coming off a redshirt year. So a lot of positive things from the younger players who, you're going to have to count on. Same thing a little bit in the back row. Some of our freshman defensive specialists have gotten a lot more time. And we're going to need those folks, when August rolls around.
You played matches this spring against Wyoming and Omaha, then you brought in Barton County Community College. What was maybe your biggest takeaway from those 3 matches against other people?
I mean, I think when we're at our best, when our ball control is sharp, when we're engaged, when we're, I think for our group right now, it's just a matter of competing every rally. I mean, I think that's probably an adjustment for incoming freshmen and even sophomores who haven't played a lot. When we're doing that, we were very competitive with the Division I teams, with Regis. We won our fair share of those. When we dip even a little bit, when we get stuck in a rotation, we're still maybe trying to solve, who our closer is and who bails us out of those situations. And it's a long way to August yet, but those are some things in the off season we're still trying to address.
About your Legends Classic, you got 14 teams. Some old school Lopers come back. You've got some NAIAs and some junior colleges coming in this weekend. I know this kind of ends up being a big reunion for Loper volleyball in a way.
Yeah, I think some of the alumni really look forward to this weekend, and it's a chance. Well, of course they come back to see me, but no,
of course
they come back to see their teammates, and some of them, they haven't seen each other since last year, or maybe they missed a few years, and so I do think they look forward to it. A pretty fair number of them can still play a little. They might play leagues, or they might still be coaching, and for that one day, it's a chance to kind of strut their stuff again. And so we'll see some good competition. I think we're playing a couple of the alumni teams. There are 6 of them here. And so we'll get a couple of the younger ones, a couple of other colleges. It's also nice to have the junior colleges in here because of the recruiting factor and get an opportunity to see those players. And then some of the local NAIAs. So it's scheduled to be a good day of volleyball. We got 4 courts going. You'll be able to see, a lot of different area players and former players. And we're a little shorthanded. We've got a few folks out. We've got a couple of weddings that have claimed a couple of players, including our starting setter. So our backup setter, Julia, will get a lot of court time that day, and we'll put 6 out there and go compete and hope for some good things.
What's the transfer portal look like with volleyball? Because I know the D1s are working away right now in spring too. Is there going to be a time here that maybe somebody pops up on your radar?
Yeah, I mean, there's another window for Division One coming up the first week of May, so not only ourselves, but even the Division One teams are going to be eyeing that. So there's going to be one more mad rush. Division Two, we don't have the window situation, so there's been kind of a steady trickle. We are still positioned to go get some help. Actually have a visit lined up this week, a really important visit, and that could help us a little bit. So, you know, the portal is part of it now, and you don't want to be portal shopping in July, but you know, this late spring, things can still happen to change the dynamic of your roster, and so we're in a place, at least with how we've recruited so far, that if something comes along that's a fit, if a person can help us, then we have an opportunity to make a run at them.
And that was Loper head coach Rick Squiers. And once again, the Legends Classic happens on Saturday at the Hilton Sports Center. 14-team tournament starts at 10. That runs through around 4. 4 courts will be in use, with each match lasting a couple of sets. The event is free and open to the public. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen.